The government have trotted out a completely false narrative. I have to say, you're all on message in saying you're the people of solutions and we're the people who are just being critical. But that's not the truth. Tomorrow, we have a bill looking to reduce the rents in this country to affordable levels, and you will vote against it. That's the truth. And the truth is, we now have 10,300 households really suffering over the coming weeks, record numbers, and their children in emergency homeless accommodation, right? Some of them are there for 3 and 3.5 years. I've raised their cases in here, and they have no prospect of getting out of there. And you haven't solved it. But meanwhile, we've 160,000 empty properties. I've pointed in my own area to empty flats and apartments in the hands of vulture funds, sitting empty for 3 and 4 years. I've raised it repeatedly. What does the government do about it? Nothing. Nothing. But these investors are making a fortune just sitting on empty properties, making record profits. Energy companies making record profits. Corporate profits have gone up 300% in the last 10 years. So they're doing well. But housing and accommodation costs, according to the ICTU, in this country, so don't hide behind the Ukraine war, are 78% higher than the EU average. Rents in Europe have gone up 13% over a decade. In the same period, they've gone up 63% here. And those are figures back in 2020. Now the increases in rent are more than 100% over the last 12 years. So the corporate landlords, the speculators, the investors, creaming it with profits, while tens and tens of thousands of people in this country can find nowhere to live, are being absolutely crushed with the cost of rent and accommodation and so on, and then on top of that, the cost of living. This week in my office, talking to a postal worker, former postal worker, now pensioner, who is on a pension from the post office that is less than the official CSO poverty line. And when he goes down to get the household benefit package, the fuel allowance, the telephone allowance, he's earning too much. He's over the threshold, so no support, faced with the cost of living crisis. The Minister for Housing and the Taoiseach promised us repeatedly this year in the Dáil that the income eligibility thresholds for social housing will be raised to stop people being hammered off the housing list. You broke that promise. That's why I'm voting no confidence in this government.